For freshly brewed discussion on automotive sales and marketing, this is Coffee with Jason. The Coffee with Jason podcast is sponsored by Closer's Coffee. For that full-bodied, rich, sweet flavor with a bright acidity, drink Closer's Coffee, stay caffeinated, and keep on closing. Find out more at closerscoffee.ca.
So at the strategy kind of perspective, have you started to take a look at defining out who your audiences are? Because I see that your content is now beginning to vary based on the channels themselves. So your Instagram content's a little different than your LinkedIn content. Facebook's a little different as well. So at what point did that strategy part start to kick in and say we should really start moving or start creating content specifically for each channel?
The analytics. I look at the numbers and I see what's working, right? And I look at Facebook for what it is, and sponsor ads and things like that work. But I also look at the engagement, right? So how am I getting engaged? Like LinkedIn, I feel like, it's more like professional, right? And I see you doing it too. And I see you doing your videos, your daily videos. So it all depends, obviously, you put yourself out there, but the message you're trying to deliver, and you create that audience because people are now starting to wait for your videos. Like, I watch your stuff, right? Yep. So nice. Like, okay, what is El Patron going to say, right, today or this morning? And they know that I went out last night with a certain person and they'll see a picture. I'll post a picture, like a follow-up picture. It's kind of like a story, you're telling the story. We're storytellers, Jason,
Yeah, no, we're 100% storytelling. But, I think you do even better of trying to identify who your audience is and then start to kind of create the story out in perspective to those individuals.
I post a lot of cars. I post about the experience. Come in. Whatever I'm offering that day, right? I'm gonna make it crazy and say, listen, I want to blow out this car, and I put it online, and you get a lot of hits on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. Who is your audience and for each department, so each channel? So let's say LinkedIn, who do you think your audience is on LinkedIn, and how are you kind of creating content specifically for that? Or what kind of content are you creating specifically for that?
I think my LinkedIn connection is more like my automotive people, right? They want to know what I'm up to, what my challenges are, how am I going to overcome my challenges for the month, because they see I'll put a challenge, 400 cars or 200 cars this month, whatever, depending on what the month is. And they see the things that I'm doing for the store. So I think it's more for the vendors and more for like the automotive people, right? And I get a lot of opportunities out of there. I meet a lot of great people. I met Jason from the Next Sale app, which he made me the CEO of the company. Black Widow. You see me posting stuff about Black Widow. So I met him at an NDA through LinkedIn as well. I did a video for him, it went viral, and everybody came to his booth. So that's how, he gave me one to have at the store and flew in. So it was beautiful. So Facebook, I believe, is more for your marketplace, for your clients, for your customers. And Instagram as well. Instagram is my personal one that I share everything with the customers. When I'm driving, when I'm in the back of the car, driving home, or I'm reading a book, or, you see me, I'm all over. So I think that you have to define, like you said, what platform it's for what, right? Some people just go and just blast everything everywhere. I'm more like, there's certain things that I won't post on LinkedIn, but I will on Instagram. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I kind of feel, and you tell me if you think kind of the same, is Instagram is kind of a combination of both business and personal. It can kind of float in both directions. I find Facebook to be very personal, or like you said, very consumer centric. And then LinkedIn, it's all business. I'm not going to post, the picture of my Lego kids or my kids with their Legos, on LinkedIn, but on Instagram, I can get away with sharing both business and personal content, and it seems to be totally acceptable, and people engage with it, right?
Yes. So on a Sunday, I will post a picture of my wife on LinkedIn. You know what I mean? Because they wait for that picture, or they'll send me a message like, "Yo, you gonna go to church today? Where's the picture?" You know what I mean? So like they'll force me to put it. I'm like, all right, I'll put the picture up, but it's already on Instagram like a couple hours ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So